Chat. Are we ready for today, chat? We're gonna do a push session with tips and tricks, things that I incorporated in my workout to help me get a somewhat decent chest, as well as some scapular movements and wide versus narrow ISAs, infraspinal angles, and how both wide and narrow differentiate, and how you're able to press, pull, and use your legs, most exercises, how you're able to fit into certain equipment that fits you and not someone else. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be electric. Let's get into it. But first, chat, you know what time it is. Oh my goodness, y'all can't even see me. Oh my. Bro, I'm so rough. I got a pimple on my cheek. Oh no, bro. Bro, looks like I got beat up in my right eye. Chat, you know what time it is, bro. Alright? And this song is dedicated to my Hawks. My Seahawks, bro. My Seahawks. Because we're going back to back. Coach Mike McDonald owns your poverty franchise. Just understand that. This song is taking me back to 2014 when we whooped on the old Broncos. Ready? Oh, white, get it. Some might call them overconfidence, a little bit full of themselves, but it's bragging if you back it up. Bet you do harder. You get in their face, get right back in yours. Basically, anything you do, they'll do better. If y'all know that, bro, comment down below. I'll put the link of the Super Bowl intro. Let's get into the gym chat and let's do a push session. A very juicy push session, all right? Chat, do y'all ever just sit in the car for the gym, bro? It's like the best thing, bro. I'm excited. I'm thrilled. I'm very thrilled. Hey. We had a spectacular rest day yesterday. We carbed up right around 4 p.m. with some chicken, some teriyaki chicken
Lord
with potatoes.
Have mercy, I'm about to bust.
300 grams of that at 4. And then later again, we had the same meal around 8. And boy, my glycogen storage better be filled to the rim. To the rim. Both my muscle and my liver, because this is about to be a fantastic push day. I'm telling you that much. This is going to be a fantastic push day. The glycogen is already synthesized in my muscles, my muscle tissues. My muscles are absorbed with so much sodium, calcium, and potassium, and magnesium, as well as water. So we better be juiced for today. We are juiced, actually. We're juiced. We're very juiced. It's empty, so it's going to be a fantastic day, bro. I'm going to be yelling in there. I'm kidding, chat. Let's go. I did not have my mic the whole time. Alright, so with this supinated 90/90s, it's going to be very important. You want to push on your heels, but you also don't want to lift your butt up on the ground. Because I'm an idiot and I forgot to put my mic on. Wow, why am I so dumb, bro? Why am I so... Oh my goodness. So what I was explaining over there is when I was doing the waiter's hold, it's going to help my scapular move more freely. It's going to help with those muscles such as the supraspinatus, infraspinatus, and teres minor, with internal rotation, external rotation, and abduction, okay? It's going to give me a lot of more scapular movement and be able to, create more force, more movement through my chest, shoulders, triceps, whatever it may be. As well as we are going to start off with core first. Core is very important because especially now your core is going to consist of your rectus abdominis, which we know that, your obliques, as well as your serratus anterior. If you have very weak serratus anteriors, you should probably train them because they're going to correlate to how much scapular movement you're able to get, because the serratus anterior muscle attaches from the medial border of your scapula and attaches to your ribs. And if you have very weak serratus anterior muscles, or you don't work them as well, you might see some people that have some winged scapula, some winged wings. One of the reasons why it is important to train it, because it can lead to injury because of poor stability of the scapula. Okay? And then obliques. Obliques are important because they're going to correlate to how much pelvic tilt, anterior pelvic tilt, which is very bad because then it'll lead to lordosis. and if you have weak obliques, it can lead you to go into posterior pelvic tilt. So it's very important to train it as well as your rectus abdominis, because it's going to help with, you know, protecting your organs, of course, as well as breathing, but also bracing. If you do not have a very good brace, you are not going to be able to produce the same amount of force as you would have if you had a very strong bracing core, because bracing is correlated with how much force you're able to move from one point to another. So let's start off with some dragonflies. These are killers, I'll tell you that much, chat. You want to have a 3-second eccentric on these. So you want to raise your butt off of the platform and have a slow and controlled eccentric. Not going to be able to get that, but I can feel my brace. The reason why I'm doing core again is because I want to activate my core already. So when we go transition into a chest press or any chest movement, shoulder movement, tricep movement, my core is already kind of activated. Give or take, yes, I'm going to have to use my core, and my core might be fatigued, but it's very important in bracing, producing some or a lot of force through a movement. Now, with the difference between a narrow and a wide ISA is a narrow ISA, how wide your rib cage is going to be in the angle. So if it's be a little shorter, as well as your ribs are going to open up in a way as to a wide. Your ribs, whenever you exhale or inhale, your ribs are going to open up like a gated garage door. And this plays a huge role in how you're able to move daily. With me, I am a wide ISA. Because of this, I have like a power belly pooch. As to a narrow, they might have a little lower belly pooch. When they look down, they might be able to see their pelvis much more than their stomach. So for me, when I look down, I can see my stomach. Indicates I'm a wide ISA, as well as the pelvic pole in my back. A wide ISA has an anterior pelvic tilt. Mine might have more glutes. My glutes are going to show more because of that, because of the structure of the spine and the pelvis. So when someone tells you to follow this specific technique, do not listen to them, please, because that's what helps their body produce stimulus force. As to you, it might be different. You know, he might be a wide ISA, you might be a narrow ISA, and that plays a significant difference, because he's going to have more internal rotation of, you know, everything basically, and you are going to have more external rotation, meaning that if you were to do tricep extension, he might feel it more beside his shoulder or beside his body. As to you, you might not feel it well, and that might actually hurt, you know, your biceps more or your shoulders. So, you know, it's very important, chat. Let's get into the next exercise. I'm gonna do a warm-up set. To that, we'll get into our top set. With these, you want to think of pushing yourself against the bench, but also not caving yourself, because then if you do that, you're going to round your shoulders, or you're going to round your core, and you're going to hit a lot of foot delts. So 3-second eccentric, pause to the bottom for like a second, and then explode up. Control that movement, part of the movement, alright, chat? That's where all the gains are at. You don't want to arch, you don't want to pinch your scapula, because then you will not have scapular movement and you are going to injure yourself. 6 is the top set. Maybe get 8. ridiculous. Oh my goodness. That was pathetic. I only got 6, bro. It's alright. I should have ate more carbs. Should have filled my glycogen. My glycogen is not stored yet. My chest feels good though. Now the reason why we want to have more tucked elbows because in shoulder flexion, we're going to be able to hit the clavicular head, which is the upper chest. But if they're more kind of out, you're going to hit that sternocostal head, which is the mid to lower pecs. The more wide you have it, the more you're going to hit those sternocostal head. The more narrow or close you are, the more you're going to hit the clavicular head or the upper chest fibers. So we might do a neutral this time. I don't know. We still got to do a vertical chest press, the upper pec. So this is for the mid to lower pec, somewhat. That's it. That was a lot of activation in my chest. The reason why I wasn't able to produce the same amounts of reps as I used to is after like 2 extra sets Monday for my upper. So that kind of hindered my performance just a tad. It's alright. We still got a few more exercises. Get into lying lateral raises. Alright, chat. I couldn't decide what straps to wear, so I wore both. Oh, this is way too high. I'm gonna start getting front delts into that. We don't want that. Chat, so we ready? At this bottom range right here, 0 to 18 degrees, that's where your supraspinatus muscle starts to be used. 18 to 60% is where your delts are going to start to create tension, and then 60 to 180 degrees, which is up here, is where your traps are going to be used, your upper trap and middle trap. So we want to have it around that 60 to 65 degree range right here. That's enough range of motion. Ooh, feels good. Oh my goodness. I'm already fatigued. Isn't that crazy? Oh my goodness. I'm already fatigued. I'm kidding. Why am I so dumb? I'm stupid. I'm an idiot. My dang straps took my dang mic. It's not optimal. We're gonna get the same watch. Stop at the 18 degree mark on the eccentric and then breathe. Remember to breathe out on each concentric to get brace, to get core activation, and to produce more force, right? Good. Felt exquisite to the rim. 2 sets might be enough. That is how I program my shoulders, since they're my very weakest part of my body. I'm training them 3 times a week. 2 to 3 sets on my upper Monday, 2 to 3 sets on my push days, maybe 4, and then 2 to 3 sets on my leg days on Saturdays. Because they're not as big of a muscle group, they're able to recover quicker and more efficiently. As to with my legs, they need about like 4 or 5 days to recover. So that's all it takes. Tension, mechanical tension, main driver for muscle growth, because it signals your body that your muscles need to adapt to a specific amount of weight. Therefore, it's going to increase more motor units for the next set or next workout. So where protein comes in, and amino acids, is going to rebuild and replace broken damage. Eat your protein, fellas, not too much, or else you're gonna use that as energy, or you're gonna have expensive pee. Let's get into set number 2. Get the same amount of reps, so 8. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to produce the same amount of force, but probably get 6. We're gonna get 8 partials. Remember, strong brace, breathe out on the concentric, and ball out. Alright, 2 sets is enough. This is the W exercise. Let me show you how to set it up. The rope attachment. Put it on the lat pull down. And watch, this is amazing. It's going to put a lot of emphasis on the lateral head. We are going to keep our elbows on this pad. Keep it locked in the whole time. Locked in the whole time, alright? And just drive. I'm gonna make sure you're digging your elbows on the pad. That way they don't come off and you start using other muscles like your lats, your shoulders, your traps, pecs. It's not an isolation movement. I hate using that term because you can't isolate anything, bro. You can't even isolate one part of your, you can isolate a muscle group, but you can't isolate with the muscles within that muscle group, like the lateral head, medial head, and long head. You can't. They're all gonna work together because of the way they attach to the humerus, scapula, and insert on the olecranon process, that tendon. Are we ready to rock and roll, champ? Give me a haircut. Come on, Miguel. Cut me up. Please, Miguel, please. This is where your core is going to be used the most, or a lot, because there's no padding that you can brace onto. Therefore, your core is going to be a very key piece into this, which is why we wanted to train core first, so that way we were activated already, because there's nothing to hold on for your legs or for your core to be used. So let's get 6, 7. I did not get 7. My lateral head is on fire. How you can identify your RIR is, it's called the 50-50 method. In your brain, if you think you're gonna get it, go ahead and do it on that last rep. But if you think you are not going to get it, don't even attempt it. Because if you do it, you're gonna fry your CNS. Your next set is not going to be as effective. That first set you got 7, and then that next set, if you were to go for that last rep, you might get like 4, 3 or 4. It won't be as effective. It won't be worth it, and it can affect your other workouts. Your other sets. So incorporating RIR, knowing a certain limit. So because I went to failure on this, and I know this is my last, exercise for my triceps for the week, I'm going to failure. Pretty simple for you. So incorporating RIR, very important trip. Incorporating a threshold and where you're able to get so many reps. It's important, not only for your mental, but for your physical. Mentally, you'll be more stronger if you incorporate RIR, reps in reserve. So leaving one in the tank, leaving 2 in the tank, etc., etc. Was there yoga class today? I might join it. Getting bigger or what? We're not getting bigger. Next, we got a vertical chest press to hit the upper pec. Let me show y'all, chat. Oh, my chest is filling out. I got boobies. We are 2:05 as of this morning now, or 2:02 as of Saturday morning. Whoa! I thought they already put mirrors in there, but it'd be so high. You know what time it is? I think it might be Charlie Range time. My energy is starting to crash now. We got the vertical chest press, and this is where we are going to be emphasizing on the upper pec or the clavicular head, because we want to have that strong, that straight arm path, that close arm path. It's time for a Jolly Rancher. So because in a study, which studies can be helpful, cannot, because again, it depends on the person's genetics and their wide ISA or narrow ISA. In a study, it shows that, even in an incline, if they were to have flared elbows or wider elbow path, they're gonna hit that sternocostal region, which is the lower to mid pec, even if they're in that incline. But there is still some, upper chest activation. But whenever you are in a very close pathway, you can see my upper chest is being worked. So it's kind of replicating the same thing in this. Since we are going to be using a neutral grip, it's going to be doing that same pathway in the shoulder flexion, meaning it's going to hit that upper chest pec. Try, if you really want to emphasize on your chest, do not extend all the way. Have it like 90 degrees. That way your triceps are not being involved as much, and you're able to put the necessary tension on your chest. Per se, you were to try and, you know, fight that last rep just to extend your elbow. There's really no point. I mean, you're doing what the machine wants you to do, not what your body or what you intend in your mind, which is, you know, a chest activation, not tricep and chest. Incorporating that will be very helpful and will allow you to save your energy, I guess, for your chest and not your tricep, since your tricep was already worked, what, like a set ago, like a few minutes ago, so it's kind of already tired. Well, I see a lot of people try, when I mean to think of pushing yourself against the pad, doing that will help prevent you from coming outward like this, just pushing yourself backwards, If you don't push yourself backwards on that concentric, your body's gonna already want to kind of cave forward. It's taking tension off of your chest, putting it on your shoulders, your front delt basically, as well as your triceps. And it's not really a chest press, it's more of a shoulder press. So pushing yourself against the pad, really pushing yourself against the pad while you push the weight against it. It's really helpful. It's kind of, you know, complicated at first. It sounds complicated, but once you step foot in the gym, it'll be very easy. What are we thinking, chat? Do we put a band or what? If I put a band, I might only get 6. But if I don't put a band, I might get 10. I think we might just do it without the band because, I mean, if I put the band, then my form is going to break down midway. I'd rather have a little lower weight and put the necessary tension on it. I mean, I can always, change the direction of the way I'm doing it. Long pause at the end of the, motion, and then explode up. That'll create a lot of tension. You don't always have to, increase in weight. It can always be, changing your change of direction, or changing, different varieties of it, just so you can put emphasis on the actual muscle and not on different muscles. We're gonna have a slight pause at the bottom, a little 1 second pause at the bottom. Get 8 to 10. I can already feel it. I'm already getting happy. I'm already getting the jitters. That was perfect. I mean, you cannot write it better than that. We'll do one more set of this chat. After this, we will go into a skull crusher long head. Since it crosses a different joint path, or since it's located on a different origin than the lateral and medial head. Now, this does not mean that it will not put emphasis on the medial or lateral head. It will. It's gonna give it a slight more tension on the long head. I mean, yeah, you can isolate a muscle group, but you can't isolate the different parts of muscles in that specific muscle group, okay? Because they all cross the same joint path. We had a Jolly Rancher. Better take a sip of my intro workout so my brain can signal my body that we are about to do the next exercise for a sec. We were 202 this morning. Have not been dropping weight. That's a good thing though, because we are repurposing that fat into muscle. And if you know, muscle weighs more heavy than fat, as well as if I'm repurposing more fat into muscle, means that I'm able to hold more water, more electrolytes, more things in my muscles, which means that I'm gonna weigh more. Like if someone weighs 150 and they were in a caloric deficit and they had fat, and they moved up to like 160, that's very possible because they're refurbishing that fat. Thus, they're absorbing more water into the muscle because they repurpose that fat into muscle. They're able to absorb more water, therefore they're going to gain weight rather than lose weight. So it's a very good indicator that you are gaining muscle. I learned this from Mr. T, and y'all gotta watch him. Watch me first. I'm important. broke my teeth. The way you put your arms is going to matter a lot, and how you emphasize the shoulder or the chest. A lot of things matter, like the leverage, gravity, the machine, the resistance profile of the machine. If it's descending, meaning it's heavier at the bottom and lighter at the top, or ascending, lighter at the bottom and harder at the top, as well as the type of convergence the machine is. If it is a converging machine, is like the best one. It's like a 2-in-1. It's gonna be a shoulder flexion a little bit, and then it's gonna come in as a shoulder adduction machine, giving you that squeeze instead of, because this is a non-converging, meaning it just comes in one pathway. It's just gonna come in, it's just gonna come in one straight line. As to a converging machine, it's gonna come in, giving you that squeeze, giving you that contraction. This is the reason why I am having a closer arm pass, so I can hit more of my chest. Now we do have a converging machine, but I don't like it, and I prefer this much more. A converging machine is way better. It's like a shoulder flexion, and then it comes in 2-in-1, shoulder flexion, and then horizontal shoulder abduction. Excuse me, adduction. We're only gonna do 2 sets. Nice triceps are fatigued. And the only movement you want is your elbow. You don't want your elbow to be moving. You want to keep it in one place. Like so. Breathe out on the concentrate. Charles Barkley. I like the shirt.
Thanks, man.
You a Suns fan?
No.
Get into this upright raise. This lateral and front delt. You don't want to overarch. You don't want to be in that little lean tilt. So you can put a lot of emphasis on the shoulder. I'm going to strap up so that way your grip isn't a factor in this. Really close to your body. One IR. That was very good. Ooh. My shoulder. I got pinned yesterday. It was 500 test. It hurt bad. She pinned me good. Yeah, so if I look bigger, you know why. The reason why you want to kind of have a tilt or lean is because once you overarch, you're going to put that tension on your traps more than anything, as well as it's going to turn into a back extension rather than a belt movement. Alright, let's get it. That's enough rest time. That was fantastic. Ooh. I love this. This machine is like this is my favorite one. But it's better to do it single armed.
Oh, single? Right.
You'll feel it more,
Yeah, I know.
more contraction. Okay, we're more against. That's what I do. This one kind of depends on how wide your elbows are, how flared your elbows are. What was your name again?
Roosevelt. What's
Bryan.
yours?
Brian.
Brian?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
pleased to meet you, Brian.
Nice to meet you.
Try to get it early. I like to eat.
Oh yeah. You want me, I wish I knew. I wish I knew you wanted me. I bite my tongue, it's a bad habit. Alright, we're gonna do one set on this. With this, you don't want too much range of motion at the top because then you're gonna feel it at your shoulder joint. It's not gonna feel good. Okay, little bend, little 90-degree bend of the elbow, and just full contraction on that. Mind the muscle connection is a real thing, fellas, but your body's gonna adapt to it over time. your nervous system is going to adapt to it over time. So take it easy, brothers. STDs. I don't even know what I'm saying, but once on the pec deck, that'll be it. Let's get it, boys and girls. If y'all watch my videos, pretty sure y'all don't. Oh, immaculate. You feel it?
Feel the stretch too.
Since you have longer limbs, having the seat lower definitely will open this. Yeah. And you can also move the front bed also. Yeah. So you get more of a stretch for that. Yeah. Yeah, I've been doing that recently. Yeah. What, are you tired? You can't be tired. Good morning. Oh yeah. Sweet old church lady. She's his best. Seat is a little too low. El asiento está muy bajo. Should be good. Should be full stack. Let's get angry. Let's get angry. I'm angry right now. I'm so huge, bro. I lied, I'm doing one more set. Too juicy of a pump not to do it on that concentric. You don't want to over flex your shoulder, because then you're going to put more shoulder activation than anything. Ooh. The more mad you get, the more MERs you're going to recruit. I'm so angry right now. Oh, that's enough. This is what I do. I do this by myself, bro. I'm angry right now, bro. Y'all don't understand how angry I am. I'm angry. I'm about to do this lateral raise with 100 pounds. Ease. Kind of want to lean a little bit and go into that 60-degree range. Just putting enough tension on of that shoulder. Another thing, whenever you do unilateral work, you know, such as a bicep curl, a single, unilateral, a lat row, whatever it may be, you always want to do your weakest arm first. It's not going to be as fatigued if you were to do it with your strongest arm. Whereas if you were to do your strongest arm first and then you were to wait a little few seconds, you aren't able to produce as much force with your other arm because your nervous system is trying to cool down, is trying to restart again for your next set, which is why you should incorporate a minute, 2 minute rest periods in between unilateral work as well. It's just so your nervous system is back in place, it's able to restart and fire neurons. Our left hand first, since we are weakest on our left hand. Bend. Then we want to rest for a minute or two. So our CNS and our PNS and supraspinal are back in place. And so we can produce more force or as equal force as our right hand or left hand. Excuse me. Many individuals like to go straight into their opposite hand after doing the other hand. So it's kind of like the same thing as doing a Bulgarian split squat, right? Once you do one leg, you rest for a little bit because you're tired. Same concept with your other limbs, other muscle groups. Alright, it's very important to take rest periods because you won't be able to produce force or as equal as force as you need it to. You know, if you do that over a long period of time, it can hinder your performance, or it can make one muscle, one side bigger than the other. So you don't want to be asymmetrical. It's not optimal. It's not optimal, chat. Oh, they're fighting. Right, chat. Using our left hand. Excuse me, our right hand. My goodness, bro, I can't speak. That's enough. So the reason why I'm so caked up is because I'm a wide ISA, meaning I have more anterior pelvic tilt, the way the ribs connect to the spine and into the pelvis. And if you're a narrow ISA, you might have duck feet. Your femur is more externally rotated, and to be externally rotated because your acetabular, where the head of the femur sits, is more lateral. As to me, since I'm a wide ISA, my acetabulum is more on the anterior side, meaning I'm going to be more kind of internally rotating my femur, or more straightforward. We are going to do cardio after this, 30 minutes maybe. Yeah, we're going to do 30 minutes of that. Bro, we got 20,000 steps Wednesday on our rest day. Diabolical. That's in the chat. Also, don't be scared to go to the gym, chat. Please. Nobody's judging you, I promise. Yeah, I had a few looks when I was recording. Guess what? Screw them. We don't tolerate that language. Don't let anybody tell you what to do. Don't let anybody think of you differently. Don't change because someone looked at you weird or told you, man, don't do it. You be you. You be you. I forgot to record the outro, so this is the outro, and thank you guys for watching this week's video. Thank you for watching this week's video. This week was very good. Very good. You know, the tips and tricks of an effective push day, and what I incorporate to have a somewhat decent chest. Sorry, you can't see it, but chat, I hope y'all enjoyed in that. Drop down below in the comments to see what you want to see next, and I will do it. Nutrition, another workout video, another yap session. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. All the likes, all the 5 likes that I get, bro. Y'all are some goats. I will see y'all next week on a banger show, video, whatever it may be. All right?